Hey, Aiden. You made it the first one this time. Hey, Pietra. Hey, Jonathan. Hey, David. Hey, Donald. Hey, Layden. Hey, Pietra. Hey, Natalie. Welcome back from lunch. Hey, Catherine. How are we all doing? You doing good? So we're going to give a couple minutes as people are getting on. Hey, Aiden, Jocelyn, Caitlin. Let's get our health books out. That's the next subject we are going into. So health books, Jonathan. How did you forget about lunch? That's all I'm about thinking about right now is food. By the time lunchtime came, I was done. I was hungry. I'm saying, I want to eat. Oh, pizza from Domino's. That sounds really good right now. What did you eat, Caitlin? Potato chips? What'd you have for lunch? Oh, that sounds really good. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Evelyn. Hey, Dasha, Athendale. Alright, so get out our health books. Okay. So we are opening to page number 5. Opening our health book to page number 5. Okay, so let's review some of what we did yesterday. Let me get it up and open. Back to you guys. Can you all see my skeleton? Give me a thumbs up if you can see it. Thumb up if you can see it. Okay, looking like the ones that I'm seeing are seeing it. Yay, I'm finally finding the right buttons. How to share the right one. Good job. So let's review a little bit of my skeleton. So my skeleton is what does what? What does my skeleton do, Jonathan? It holds up, well, it moves my body, but it mainly holds up my body. So it makes it where my body has something to stand. If I didn't have a skeleton, I would be like a blob, like a jellyfish. Remember we talked about that yesterday? If I don't have a skeleton, I'm like a jellyfish. Now we're going to look at a few couple important bones that we're going to learn about. One is the skull or the cranium. The cranium is here, the back of our head. The skull is the whole part of our head. Then we have the clavicle, which is the bone right between the shoulder blades and the sternum. The sternum is this big bone right here, and then the ribs. Then going down, we have the patella or the knee. We also have the pelvis, which is right where our hips are. And then our fingers and our toes, they have bones called phalanges. I'm not going to overly worry about all the little ones in between, but there's some of the ones that we are going to worry about learning. This is the skeleton, and it holds up our body. It supports our body. And in the back is what we call a backbone, or our spine. Sorry, and then our bones connect together, we said, and the joints that connect our bones together are called what? Catherine? I am not able to unmute her. Evelyn, what are the cords that hold our bones together called? Ligaments. Good job. And Catherine, on your end, you're muted. So talk now, Catherine. Okay, you're unmuted. Good job. Okay, so ligaments are the cords that hold our bones together. Then we also talked about where our bones come together are called what? They come together with our feet, our knees, our hips. Dasha, do you remember what these are called? Joints. Good job. Where our bones come together are joints. And we have 3 different types of joints. What is the first joint that this picture is representing, Nicole? Remember, so the door is on something. There's a set of Jocelyn? Hinge. The door is on hinges, and that's our hinge joint. So it's like my elbow going like this. It allows my elbow and my knee to move. And then we have the what joint, Aiden? E. The pivot joint. And the pivot joint allows my head to move from side to side. It also allows me to turn a doorknob. So there's a pivot joint in my wrist also that allows me to turn a doorknob. And then we learned about my last joint, lated. Okay, Layden, you're muted on your side. I just lost your screen. I got you back on the screen, but you're still muted on your side. There we go. You're better. So what is my third joint that we talked about? Nope, hinge was the first. Pivot was the second. But look at this right here. Ball and socket joint. Good job. The ball and socket joint, the socket, your fist is like a ball, and it allows you to move your arms in any direction you want, and your legs also. That's what enables your legs and your arms to move. Good job. So we're going to hop out of there. That is our review. And let's go back to just seeing me. We're on page number 5. We're going to talk about something else really quick, and then we're going to move on. So, okay, so number 5, cartilage. We're going to talk about the word cartilage. Now, if you touch your nose right here, touch your ears right here. Your ears and your nose, the very tip of it is made of cartilage. Now, if you feel your ear, you almost feel like you have a bone there, doesn't it? It's not. It is cartilage. It is a tough, solid tissue, okay, which is translucent. Who knows what translucent means? David. Okay, a loose paper. Natalie. It's clear. Translucent means it's clear or see-through. This one looks like the color of a translucent milk glass. So it's not exactly crystal clear, but it kind of has like a whitish color to it. It has no, unlike other living tissues, I do not have blood vessels in me. Does it puzzle you how I can get my food and energy when I have no blood vessels to bring them? The Creator God attached me firmly to the end of each bone in your body. You can feel me at the end of your nose. Whenever one bone touches another bone, I am there. Now think of this. Picture your fist as 2 bones. Put them together. Go like this a little bit. Doesn't that hurt? It doesn't tickle, does it? Could you imagine every time you walk, every time you write, every time you breathe, every time you move your elbows, every time you move your jaw, because your jaw is a bone, every time you talk or eat, your bones would rub together like this. Do you think you'd be able to walk after long? No, it would hurt because your bones would grind away at each other. So in between each of your bones, God put cartilage. It's almost like putting a cushion in between your bones. So when you're walking, it's not directly on your bone, or you're not rubbing your bone. It's kind of similar to something soft like that, like your nose almost. Natalie? Going like this? No, it doesn't hurt too bad simply because, am I putting 100 pounds of weight on this right now? No, but think of my knee, the two bones in my leg. If they were, they're touching. If there was nothing in between there, and I'm over 100 pounds, but if I was 100 pounds, I'd be putting 100 pounds of weight on those two bones. And then as I'm bending, they would rub each other. That would eventually really start hurting, right? Dasha. Mm-hmm. Because you're actually stretching your muscles a little bit. It's actually kind of good for you sometimes, as long as you're not doing it so much that you're in too much pain. But sometimes it does hurt when you're actually stretching your muscles and making them a little bit stronger. Okay, so that I put cartilage inside of our bones so that our bones wouldn't rub against each other. If there was not cartilage between your bones, there would be a terrible vibration and grinding every time you bent one of your joints. So when you moved your hand, when you moved your arm, when you moved your leg, any joint you move, you would have a vibration and grinding every time you did that. And the ends of your bones would rub against each other, and soon the joint would become inflamed, which means red and swollen and extremely painful. I know a lot of us probably hurt our hand before, hurt our foot before, and when we hurt our hand or foot, did we ever see it where it kind of like just got bigger, almost like a balloon? Maybe not big, but it just started like puffing out. That's what swollen is. And it makes it painful, and it makes it hard to do anything with it. I am in the hinge in your elbow, finger, and knee, and in the ball and socket in your shoulder and hip. I can be found any place you can bend. All hinges need lubrication or oil to work smoothly. So the intelligent magic designer put a special factory in each joint. These factories produce a unique liquid called synovial fluid. They are engineered to constantly coat all the joints with this slippery fluid. This is the reason your joints move smoothly, quietly, and painlessly. Because not only are the cartilage helping protect your bones, but they're constantly getting oil to them so they move without you even noticing that it's happening. There's a little cartilage in between your fingers because you can bend your fingers. I seldom become diseased, and hardly ever, because I am well protected by your body's self-defense system. I do get torn, though, through abuse. If I am pulled away from the end of one of your bones, I usually will not be attached. Then the doctor may have to remove me and replace me with a plastic or steel joint. If you take care of me, I will last you for 70 years or more. I am only one kind of cartilage that you have in your body. Feel how flexible your ear is? Its framework is elastic cartilage. Another kind of cartilage, which is very tough, acts like a shock absorber between the bones of your spinal column or your backbone. So let's go back to my spinal column here. My picture, we're going to use that again. And okay, that's it worked out. All I see was the black screen. Can you see the skeleton there? Okay, so let me try to see if I can get it. There we go. So let me see the next one. So what? See our backbone right here? And if you look really closely, in between the backbone is like little yellow things, it looks like. That's another type of cartilage that acts as a cushion in between your backbone. Otherwise, all of these bones would be resting right on top of each other with no cushion in between. That would be like sitting on a metal bench all day. Would you like to sit on a metal bench all day? No. So these little yellow things here act almost like if you put a cushion on this bench and you sat on the cushion instead of the bench all day. Okay? So now let's go to page number 6. Jonathan. Hold on a minute, Jonathan. You're not unmuted. I gotta find you again. There you go. Now you're unmuted. Possibly. But I don't think so. I think they look like a plastic. It looks too white. There's probably a plastic one that they use for representation of something. To kind of show you what it looks like. Donald. The what? The cushion, there was like little yellow spots in between each of the bones. Nope, cushions. David. These ones? This one? Those ones? Yep. No, that's a joint. That's where your joints are. Layden. Yeah, it's more like a plastic. Yep. Natalie. Why? Cool. Okay, so let's go page number 6. So, designer bones. How many bones do we have in our body? Acido. Is there someone in the bathroom? Did you? Sometimes if you hear water running, sometimes just maybe your toilet filling up, or someone else using water somewhere else. Okay. Is your mom or your dad home? Okay. Just once, or does it keep on doing it? Okay. So if you're in an apartment building or someone near you is running water or doing laundry, you might be hearing that. Sometimes you can hear the water running even if it's not. Okay? Yeah, that would kind of be a little bit scary. Yeah, so just be careful and keep an ear out and see what happens again, okay? Sasha. Oh, I'm glad it was last year and she's feeling better now, right? That's good. Oh, yeah, sorry. Joshua. Hold on. Yeah, Joshua, sorry, you're unmuted now. I accidentally unmuted you? Yeah, sometimes it happens if I happen to go over and have to unmute. But it's fine. If I figure out that I unmuted you, I kind of mute you back. Catherine, you good? Catherine, did you have a question? Okay, so let's move on to page number 6. You good, Acton Doe? Okay. Like a light? Okay. So, your bones were designed in a wide variety of shapes. Some are long, some are short, some are round, some are flat. Each bone is the right shape for its particular job. Your spinal column. So, if we look at the skeleton, the spinal column is right here. It's not this bone with the dot on it. It's these bones here, and it goes behind it all the way up your back. So it's the bone that if you felt your neck right here, it's the bone here, and it goes all the way down your back. So your spinal column, or also your backbone, is your body's main support. Without it, you could not sit or you could not stand. The adult spinal column is made up of 33 small bones. So this right here is considered one bone. 33 small bones called the vertebrae, which are joined together by slightly movable joints so that you can bend and twist your spine. Each bone in the spinal column is called a vertebra. So all 33 of them together is called the vertebrae. One of them is called the vertebra. Sasha. Yep, your bones grow with you. If look at your baby sister. If your bones stay the size of your baby sister, Victoria, right? Then how would the rest of your body stay standing? So sometimes when you complain of, oh, my leg hurts, my arm hurts, sometimes it's because the bone and the muscles inside your body are growing so that you grow. So your bones grow with you along with your backbone. So what is this bone here called that allows us to stand and sit called? Everybody. The spinal column. The spinal column allows us to move, sit, and it also holds us up. It's made up of 33 small bones that are called vertebrae, and each one is called a vertebra. So, the spinal column has another important function. In the middle of each vertebra is a hole, and each of them line up perfectly. And through that hole is all your nerves. It's called a spinal cord. It's a whole bundle of nerves that run through those bones. And those nerves are what allow you to move your hands, to talk, to eat, to smell, to see, to move, to breathe. All of those nerves run through the holes in your spinal column. And the spinal column, or the back, that's called the spinal column. The spinal column, the nerve is called the spinal cord. The spinal column, or the backbone, protects all the nerves and keeps them safe. Because if you damage the nerve that allows you to talk, you're not going to be able to talk anymore. If you damage the nerve that allows you to move your hand, you won't be able to move that hand anymore. So God put it in the middle of bones that are really thick and really hard. Okay, so we're going to end right now. That is the end of health class. We'll pick up tomorrow. Third grade, in about 6 minutes, we have reading. Okay? And I will answer questions or talk in reading. Okay, so we can sign off at the deal. You good? Okay, probably someone that walked by. Remember, his camera's picking up whatever's behind him. Did someone just walk behind you? Affendale, look for a message from me in chat real fast. Everybody else can sign off. Type the message back to me. Type your response back to me. It'll only come to me. After done. Did you see my message pop up? Okay. Does it say type message here underneath of it? You should, yeah, you should see underneath it, or if you see like a chat button on the bottom where it says like a message little symbol, and then you should be able to hit on that and then message back to me. Your message will only come to me. Jonathan. Okay. Might have been a shadow that went by the back of your window. Okay? Maybe. Okay, so let's sign off on the antidote until you give me the message back. I will have to sign off and get ready to sign into the third grade reading.